MTDCNC, bringing you the latest engineering news via video media.
Craig, Nuclear AMRC, I know lots about it, but can you tell me a little bit more, please?
Yeah, Nuclear AMRC was set up from European funding with Sheffield University to help other companies out there get into nuclear engineering.
And how have Houghton helped you on your journey?
Houghton have helped us. They're our exclusive lubrication provider. They provide us with soluble cutting oils. They also provide us with lubrication for our machinery, which is for the slideways, and also hydraulic oils. They've also recently helped us with MQL, which is minimum quantity lubrication, for some trials that we're using on a hexapod robot cell.
I understand you've developed a new product along with Houghton?
That's right. We use a coolant called 795N, which had to be developed for the use of cutting nuclear components, and Houghton came up with that, which is Rolls-Royce approved. The components that we do manufacture are anything from ferrous materials through stainless materials, and also some exotic materials.
And I presume there's somebody on site here from Houghton. How have you found their support?
Their support's been fantastic. Any problems with lubrication or regarding percentages, cleanliness of the coolants, things like that, they've always been there to help us. It's really well maintained. We do have a fluid engineer on site once a week who takes samples of the coolant, they dip test it, they take the pH levels, and also the percentage concentration weekly.
So all in all, you're happy with Houghton?
Excellent. They provide a fantastic service for us.
If we ever need to change for any specific reason, Houghton, we're always on hand to say, well, you know, for a very specified job we may need to change it a little bit, but as a general purpose one, the 795B is excellent.
And AMRC are part of the Houghton Fluid Care programme. How do you find that?
We've received excellent support from Houghton over the years. Probably, I don't know, it must be 8-9 years now we've been in collaboration with Houghton. They come in every week, they monitor all the coolants, the oils, they then submit a report, and then I act upon the report. They give the analysis, they send it off to the lab. So we always know where we are with every machine, every coolant, every oil. We know exactly where we are, and that's achieved by Houghton's support.
We deal in very hard to machine materials from a conventional standpoint, such as zero shrinkage glass, and ceramics, advanced ceramics, into medical side, which is also part of our building, with zirconium, etc., for dental industry as well.
And these materials are the most challenging possibly to machine. How do Houghton's coolants hold up?
One particular example was with the, as you can see on this screen here, we got difficulty getting through coolant delivery on this particular tool that's 0.3 of a millimetre diameter with a 100 micron through coolant. You can see on here. The coolant that we had on board, supplied by Houghton's, were too viscous, and even at 40 bar pressure we got a back pressure alarm on machine. Darryl from Houghton stepped in, realised obviously it's a grinding process, because with diamond tool it's an undefined cutting edge, and he suggested that we try a full clean out with ABC cleaner and then adopt 768 from Houghton's, which resulted in through coolant at 5 bar and eventually at 15 bar when you're actually resisting the material to machine 10 millimetres deep with a cutter such as this.
That's a very small hole. Normal coolants aren't going to get through though, are they?
No, an imperative to deep hole drilling is the coolant. It's the most important part, obviously, second only to the actual tool.
With the Houghton's technology, how does it affect tool life on these vast range of materials?
Well, since we adopted Houghton 768, we decided to keep that in machine, because machining other materials such as aluminium oxide and advanced ceramics on the intellectual property covered jobs, there's no reason to change it because we're getting very, very good tool life with very small tooling, which is going to wear quicker naturally on these very, very hard materials. So I don't see any reason to change it, to be honest.
Does Houghton have been in association with the AMRC for quite some time now? What is your role?
I'm the Houghton UK Fluid Care Manager for the north of the UK. I manage the service engineers that come onto site at the AMRC and the NAMRC.
You mentioned fluid care. Can you go into a bit more detail of what that is?
Yeah, fluid care is a service that Houghton provide, and it's a cradle-to-grave service in all aspects of management of coolants, metalworking fluids, lubricants, equipment, and it's tailored to meet any size business, from a small business, which is perhaps one drum a year, up to the major businesses such as Rolls-Royce, BAE Systems, which are some of our key customers.
When you say cradle to grave, what do you mean?
We supply, we'll initially, if we get an inquiry from a customer, we'll go on site, we'll assess their business, we'll assess their needs, and we'll work hand in hand with the customer to optimise the metalworking fluids that we provide based on the materials, the types of machine and the processes that are involved. So we'll initially supply the coolant, we'll manage the coolant, and then we'll dispose of the waste at the end of its life. So in effect, we've got a full circle of life for the coolant that we look after on behalf of the customer.
How about the equipment you acquire?
Equipment again is part of the service that we provide, and we work with several well-known equipment suppliers, such as the infrastructure in this building that we're in now, the NMRC. We from the inception of the building, we were involved in the supply of the infrastructure and the equipment, such as wet vacuums, coolant distribution systems, evaporation systems, anything to do with swarf management, we can supply.
Rightly so, health and safety is key with coolants. How do Houghtons fare?
Health and safety is Houghton's number one priority. There's been a very, very big drive to improving anything that we do on site. So anything we do on any customer site is always risk assessed. There's standard operating procedures. We've had a drive in the last couple of years to train our site managers and our service engineers up to NEBOSH standard. I've gone through the training myself. It's quite difficult, but it's a drive. We feel that we need to be so well trained that we can actually sometimes help the customer on site to improve their management of the coolant as well.
And how about the coolant itself with health and safety?
Coolant, we're always looking to improve the coolant. We predominantly use 795N and 795B at the two facilities that we're at. But 795A is the biggest selling aerospace coolant in the world. But we know it's the best, but we want to improve. So the way we improve is we do work and projects with the AMRC and the NAMRC, because we're looking to the next generation of coolants, and we want to be involved in the technological advances which are required to keep us one step ahead of the competition.